Doing another segment with Fast at the Table. Drinking on this white Zim. Yeah.
Yo, where's Heavy D? Where's Heavy D?
Where's Heavy D? Yeah. Look, I got my little baby bird for Scary. Lisa Pooh made this for me. Beautiful. Man, 10-26-71 to 7-12-91. My partner Scary, man, he was about to be 20 years old, man. He was 19 when he lost his life. You hear me? The overweight lovers in the house. The overweight lovers in the house. Man, I miss Heavy D. That was my cat, man. You hear me? And man, I used to bump Heavy all the time in the 80s, man. And just knowing he went out in Cali and passed away out there, man, I know that was depressing for his family, man. And speaking of depression, that's the topic of today. Depression. See, depression is real, man. You know what I'm saying? And when your people is depressed, sometimes you will never know. You know what I'm saying? And what brought this thought on for me today is that I was thinking about Doogie. And then I got real emotional at work. You know what I'm saying? And my eyes got watery, man. I'm thinking about a 15-year-old little boy that took his life, man, because he was depressed about something. You know what I'm saying? And that that been happening all over the world for years, but it actually hit home when it happened to Doogie. And it just made me start looking at people, man, like that, what they going through, what's on their mind. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact that I've been depressed before, but it's because I was going through something. My life was on the line, my freedom was on the line, and I was depressed. But other than that, I don't really get depressed because I got so much stuff that I get excited about and I'm happy about. But that ain't the case for everybody. You know, some people be depressed. Sometimes people bring on childhood problems on into their adult years, and then into their adult years, and then it just play out in the day-to-day thing. You know, a lot of people crack a lot of jokes, say a lot of things, say mean things. They going through some stuff. So all I can tell you is check on your people. You know, if they've been acting a little distant and they ain't been themselves lately, then they might not take their life, but they might end up on drugs. They might start drinking real bad, smoking cigarettes, just wilding out. You know, depression and worrying and all the anxiety and all that stuff, that's a big part of our lives. And nobody's exempt from that. I'm talking about people be straight depressed. You know what I'm saying? Like I was stressing so hard. I had hair was coming out my beard. That was back in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? One time I seen my daughter moms on 4th of July, pulled up on my daughter them, and she was like, you stressing. I could tell. You losing a lot of weight and you just don't look the same. So yeah, man, depression is a motherfucker, man. People go through it all the time. And I just wanted to talk to y'all today about how you ever been depressed. How did you come up out of your depression? You know what I'm saying? Some people hearts be hurting. And they just go on to the next chapter. They start drinking or clubbing or just hanging out with people that they normally didn't even hang with because they going through some things. Hold on for a second. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I started writing a lot of rhymes and shit too, because I was stressing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you why I started really writing rhymes for real. I still ain't got me no mattress. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, I was at the house. This was back in like 2001, and I was at the crib, and I was living in South County, and I started talking to myself. I walking through the house. I was in the house by myself. I started talking to myself, and I was young, and I'm like, "What the fuck you talk?" I said, "Fuck that! I'm finna start writing some rhymes because I got too much on my mind." So I bought me some notepads, and Nelly was out at the time, and he was cracking, and I was inspired by that. But my life was looking like it could have been ending. You know what I'm saying? The police looking for me, trying to gaffle me up, and all this shit. My daughter finna, go into middle school, and little Mike was just born. Zay wasn't here, and I was stressing, and I just said, man, I'm finna start writing my thoughts down. And I told my cousin LB, God rest his soul, I said, LB, man, I'm finna start rapping. And he was like excited, like, yeah, nigga, start rapping. You know what I'm saying? And that was the birth of me starting to put my motherfucking pen to the paper. And Nelly had a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing him make it, I was like, if he made it, I can make it. That was my mentality. I was actually happy for Nelly. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was going through some depressing times, he was making me happy, especially when he dropped that EI video. I was like, oh, here, you know what I'm saying? And but yeah, though, man, just always, ever since Doogie passed away, I always ask Zay. I be like, you all right? Where your mind at? What you thinking about? What you got going on? I asked Lil Mike the same thing. I don't really ask Michael that because, she almost 30 years old and she know how to handle things. You know what I'm saying? And I think Michael the type, she'll let me know. She'll be like, Daddy, I ain't feeling good. Or she'll tell me. But depression a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people be like, that motherfucker miserable. And they don't even really be miserable. They do be miserable, but they normally be depressed. You know what I'm saying? They like bad relationships or, financial issues or, the lack of respect from people, from your peers, from people who you mess with and they don't show you no love. It can lead you to depression. You know what I'm saying? It definitely could, man. This is real, man. Like today, Raymo's birthday. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, Raymo. But before Raymo died, he called me like 3 weeks before he died, and he was like, "Cuz, you gotta come to the block." And I was like, Raymo, man, I can't do it, bro. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm trying to do what I gotta do, bro. Every time I come in the turf, I gotta be strapped up and watching out for the police and all that shit, man. Shit too stressful for a nigga like me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 40s, homie. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? And he said, yeah, I know, bro, but I need somebody to talk to, man. You know what I'm saying? Rainbow was stressing, man. You know what happened with him, what he was out on bond for. That dude love the kids. So for something like that to happen on his watch, that was fucking with him mentally. That's why I believe he wasn't focused that night he got hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? I never thought I would get that call, man. My homie Cheese had I was on the phone with Cheese, and he said, "Hold on, this bird, this Frank, you know what I'm saying? Big Bird had called him, and he clicked back over. He was like, who is Jay Rames?" And I'm like, "That's my nigga. What's up?" He like, "Man, they say he just got hit on the block. He gone." Man, I just screamed out, "Fuck!" I was just mad, upset. You know what I'm saying? And like Raymo was depressed, you know what I'm saying? Just like with my son mother, man. Paula, man, God rest her soul. But she left this earth, man. She was depressed, man. You know what I'm saying? She had a lot of shit on her mind, man. You know what I'm saying? And, I used to try to talk to her to get it up out of her. But it was some shit that I just wouldn't understand that she didn't want to tell me. I think she was kind of heartbroken a little bit too, because the guy she was messing with, that it didn't work out for them. You know what I'm saying? Love a motherfucker, man. heartbreak person be heartbroken, they can die from that, man. Like straight up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like people die from heartache, man. You know what I'm saying? Like people, they get their feelings hurt so bad and they just go in a slump. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandma, man. My grandma, after my uncle passed away, my grandma wasn't the same no more, man. You know what I'm saying? She kept my uncle with her right here. Because living in our neighborhood in O'Fallon Park area, man, it was bad. My grandmama did not want to get that call and said somebody killed Gregory. And she didn't want to get that call from me either, but she knew she couldn't stop me. So when I got shot in 1990, my granny said, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? She had the property up in the country, and she was like, fuck it, I'm finna go and move up here. Since I got the property, I'm gonna go ahead and move up here. And she was like, you going? I was like, fuck nah. And she was like, what? I was like, hell no, I ain't go. I ain't say it like that to my granny, but I was like, nah. I wasn't finna get shot and run out of town. That wasn't gonna happen. At 17 years old, I was young and wild. You know what I'm saying? It was me and Tom against the world. Like when I talk to Tom, I be asking him how he doing mentally. When I talk to Lil Mike, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to him today and I was like, damn, man. Because the first thing my son said when he had my grandson, first thing my son said was, dang, man, I wish Doogie was here, man. He'll love my son, man. I know how bro act about me, so I know he'll love my son. And he like, I know Zay gonna love my son too. But it just like, damn, Doogie ain't here. I'm like, yeah. And that just, today, that bringing on that whole conversation, running it back in my head, man, my eyes got watery, man. Because Doogie was my partner. Every time we hoop, sorry about that, y'all. Every time we hoop, it used to be me and Doogie against Lil Mike and Zay. And we always won. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, though, I'm telling you, man, Doogie was going through some things. And he was really upset that Lil Mike was going to the army. But Lil Mike was trying to set precedent. And he was trying to set an example with Doogie. Like, we got to do better than these streets, bro. We can't get twisted out here in these streets. Ain't shit out here in these streets. It's motherfuckers in jail right now that's depressed. They facing 2 counts of murder. They got armed criminal action. They mama sick. She got cancer or diabetes and she ain't looking good. They stressing. So I'm telling you, man, depression is a motherfucker, man. So all I tell you, how I deal with my depression, how I deal with depression, and I don't get depressed for real, and I ain't saying that I can't be depressed, but I keep some activities going. Like me doing Fast at the Table, this therapy for me. You know, no matter who fuck with it, who like it, who don't mess with it, I love it. I'm my biggest fan. I love me the most. You hear me? Like, I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about me for real. You might say, oh well, you probably do because you always speak. I don't for real. It's funny to me. You know what I'm saying? Cause my grandmother, man, she laced me up thoroughly. She laced me up thoroughly. So I want y'all to know, if you ever need somebody to talk to, you feeling down, call Fast Dog, man. We could talk it out, bro. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? We need to get more active and have more activities and shit so we could get a lot of shit out. I was in prison and this brother walked up to me. I can't remember who it was, but we was walking down the walk. And dude just straight asked me, he said, damn, Fast man, do you ever be unhappy, man? I was like, nah, not for real, cuz. Why you ask that? He said, cause you seem like you always happy, man. You always got a smile on your face. Or I was like, shit, I know when I'm getting out. I got an out date. I ain't get hit with that drama they was trying to fuck with me about. So I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? You know, my daughter on her way to high school, I'll be out to greet her to going to high school. My son getting big, my mama healthy. You know what